Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a Wednesday evening here on Kobold Press. We are coming to you from the past. We are out and about, and some of us are at PAX, so we did a little pre-recording for all of you. But we are back, in fact, with the third session of Fimbulwinter, our partnership with the Last Refuge podcast and One More Multiverse here on Kobold Press. This is a little Northlands campaign I've thrown together for our dear holiday season, where, you know, what better way to celebrate the holidays than oncoming Ragnarok?
Yeah.
I'm very excited to welcome back our full cast here for this show. Let's go around quickly and introduce yourself. First up on my screen is Lydia, so you got the ball tonight.
All right. Hey, I'm Lydia. I generally play Bizdira on the Last Refuge podcast. Tonight I am playing Crowley. He is a bearfolk barbarian that is very confused by what's happening. You can find me on the socials at on Twitter at Vistra Pipsqueak. I don't post very much, but you can follow me there. And let's go to underneath me, Robert.
Hey everyone. My name is Robert Huff. I use he, him pronouns. Normally I am the story consultant on The Last Refuge. Tonight I will be playing Book, who uses she, her pronouns. She is a Ravenfolk Bard, College of Entropy, and she is still trying to gather up research on the elusive were-possum to discover where it went in tonight's session.
Yes, that elusive were-possum. All right,
Yep.
Who's next?
We'll go with Alex.
Hi, everyone. My name's Alex. I normally play Flick on The Last Refuge. I use he, him pronouns, but tonight I will be playing Vern, he, him pronouns as well. He is a kobold fixer rogue, and he has just acquired this new reindeer friend of his, which he is super stoked about. However, it did lead us to the predicament that we are about to encounter right now. So I'm looking forward to what's about to come. Eugenio, you are up.
Hi, everybody. I'm Eugenio. I'm DM Jazzy Hands. I am the DM and producer of The Last Refuge. But tonight, I'm playing Max, a gear-forged druid who started off just wanting to find his true organic form and now is concerned that we may never leave the Northlands. Things got real weird. But I am excited to see that there are not only now reindeers, but also these adorable dogs that I can learn to turn into. Everything's going to be fine, right?
Woof,
Woof.
woof.
Yeah.
Well, in fact, before we got to wolves last week, we were back in the city of Wolfheim, where you kind of finished your investigation around what might have been going on. Oh my gosh, oh my cat. I cannot right now. Come on, cat. Give me a break here. There were no cats in Wolfheim. No. You had kind of gotten a weird vibe from the brothers in town, the Coingrog brothers. They're these blacksmith family that's been around for a while, and you found your way to Eula's Den, which is the Reaver hangout in town. You weren't greeted with necessarily a warm welcome, but they did point you in the direction of the combat arena, the fighting pits. One in, of course, every major town in the Northlands. Dueling is a honorable sport, and our friend Crowley showed us what it's all about by slaughtering the local champion. For whatever reason, our clockwork friend had the most heart and felt so bad about what had happened to him. Daft measures were taken to try to resuscitate him, to bring him back to life. But only partially based on the roll. Only partially. He was left with paralysis in his legs, which does not bode well for any champion whatsoever. And so they were pointed to the local alchemist. Begged, in fact, by the local champion, please, please save me. I will fight in Crowley's honor. The alchemist is leaving town. Packed up, trying to get out. It's been too cold, nothing grows, and more importantly, he's not interested in being here for Fimbulwinter. But you acquired a few things in his presence, including 2 magical items. And the potion you needed to help this man. What was his name? Jing. The sound of the sword, right? Jing, to his former glory. And he still stands in Wolfheim waiting for you. But it is the road that took you outside of town. You need to go to Reaver's Cove and find out more information about the trade that has been going on between the Coingrog brothers and potentially Loki himself. This is where this honey is being traded illegally. Somewhere along the lines, we also acquired a new member to our party, a reindeer. Unnamed to this day, but a reindeer nonetheless. And some strange things. The actual shop where you could rent or purchase these reindeer was closed. Nobody was home. And the far end of the pen that they are kept in, or fence, was broken open. Signs of some kind of an attack. And on the outskirts of town, a blood trail led you here to a den of wolves. But not just any wolves. 2 regular wolves accompanied by what is known as a white wolf, a strange, massive creature, who in our game is not white. But he wants to be really bad. We ended in the potential combat after Crowley, gathered you from the cathedral and moved you outside of town. We're going to pick up in the middle of combat because that's what we do. So I'm actually going to switch us over here so we can hear our beautiful voices and see these beautiful 8-bit faces. We have not rolled for initiative yet. Everybody can, in fact, do so. Because the combat will begin. You kind of you follow the blood trail directly into their kind of hidey hole on the road south to Reaver's Cove. Wow, those are
I got a 19.
really good.
Oh yeah, everybody did good.
Okay, well, maybe Crowley will do.
Well, the rogue didn't.
All right, maybe I did build a character sheet for Crowley, so let's see. His initiative
wow.
is definitely not 1. It would be... Oh, it's only 11, though. Okay, here we go. Did it roll it?
Vern, what happened?
Vern,
He is distraught. His reindeer's brother is over there in pieces.
Okay, well, we'll just do it this way.
Oh, God.
Did you say his reindeer brother? Like Vern's reindeer brother?
No.
His reindeer's brother.
Reindeer's brother.
He
I missed the
rolled an
possessive.
11.
I might not have said it.
We named the reindeer Dasher, right?
We
Because you
Did
said
we do that?
you said
If we
something
named
about
the
you
reindeer-
always wanted a dash.
But if we
Hmm.
name the reindeer Dasher, then the pieces are definitely Dancer, and that's just sad.
That makes
Oh,
sense.
man.
Could be Prancer.
Okay,
Or-
Well,
a 19 from this here wolf.
Yeah.
ooh.
A...
Oh my goodness.
No, why his health is so low, though? I should probably solve that. That seems odd.
I mean, or it's
Or
okay.
not.
just
Or
don't.
not.
Or
You can
not.
leave it. Yeah, do not. Okay, there we go. This guy's gonna make the same roll with a 2 modifier.
It's a little nicer.
The second one rolled a 13, and our dear dire wolf here. Let me check his character sheet because he's probably got a higher initiative. Let's be real. He does not, in fact, have a higher initiative. Rolling. Yeah. Okay, no go for our dear poor wolf. Okay. So our order is as follows. We're going to give it to... Max rolled a 19. Yes.
I did.
All right, looks like Max is going to go first, always to the player. Wolf 1. Wolf. Yes. Wolf. Ha, 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 ha. Screw your bear puns. I got wolf
Very
puns
good.
for days. All right. It
Very
looks
good.
like Book has a higher dex, so it would then be Book.
Yeah.
Followed by Crowley. Poor Vern.
Yeah.
Poor
Again, just distraught.
Vern. Yeah, there's a lot of reindeer parts strewn about. Makes sense, I guess. Makes sense.
Look, Dasher, there's your brother. And also,
Oh,
there's your brother over
no.
there. And it looks like he's over there, too.
It's over there and over there.
And over
Oh,
there,
and there's
and
some
over
over there.
And it
At
looks
least-
like the wolf has some in his mouth.
At least
Oh.
there's only one reindeer that's dead.
All right.
Well,
Well, that
we
does
know
put
of.
us on Max. Max, you are up for,
Right. So this happened. We walk up, and Vern is so excited about the rain, and then there's dead reindeer, and Max sort of is, I have to. I should cover it so that this is I'm sure. Do we think they're here? Let's just give it a try. And Max grabs his staff, which begins to sort of glow with verdant green runes,
Oh.
and he'll cast a spell that is familiar to you and I in a very different context, Dot. But Max is going to cast Legion of Rabid Squirrels.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Great spell. Great spell. I
Great
bet
spell.
you.
And there. Funny enough, there don't appear to be squirrels on One More Multiverse, at least not that I
Wow.
could find. But I did find an animal named Cujo. I think it's a monkey of some sort, but I'm just gonna put Cujo on the screen here. And there you go. What's also fun about this, so this conjures rabid squirrels from the trees, and they come and they swarm. There's a whole swarm of them, and they come and attack, do my bidding. But the other interesting thing, and I'm sure there's some scientific reason for this, but canine creatures have disadvantage on attacks against the swarm of rabid squirrels.
Really?
It's in the spell description.
Oh
Yeah, I
my
just read it. Wait,
gosh,
let me
okay.
find it again.
Well, that's really good for y'all. So disadvantage on the like horde of rabid squirrels.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
weird.
ends. A canid, such as a dog, wolf, fox, or warg, has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets that are not the Legion. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I get it now. These wolves have disadvantage against everything except the squirrels, because I guess they really want to eat the squirrels.
Oh,
That's
I see. It's
fantastic.
lunch. I got you.
Uh-huh. So once Cujo and friends appear and go after these wolves, I guess Max turns back to the party and is like, this will distract them for some time. We could run.
Crowley doesn't run.
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, squirrels, attack! And they technically roll their own initiative, but they could also just go after me if you prefer.
Yeah, they
How-
can
how
go
would you
right
like
after
it?
you. It's kind of like
Great.
is it like a familiar or something, just right after your turn.
I think I think they're gonna be just real brave rabid squirrels, and they're gonna go right for the
Go for the big one?
Right for the big one.
Okay.
And they use the swarm of poisonous snakes stat block, which I have up, so they are going to roll an attack. They just are crawling all over this. Oh my! They just are crawling all over this this poor dire wolf. And do they manage to bite? I don't know. Let's find out. It's a 19 to hit.
I believe that'll do. Yeah.
All right. The direwolf has to make a Constitution saving throw against the rabies, I guess.
Wow.
Okay. Oh, that's an
For
attack
rabies.
roll. Nope, that won't do either. Okay, it needs to make a. I'm sorry. What was the check?
Constitution save.
Ooh. Okay, not the worst thing in the world. For
Yeah.
dear-
I don't hold out a ton of hope to get to do poison. Oh yeah, no. Okay, we don't do poison damage. That's okay. We still do 4 points of piercing damage to
Okay.
the direwolf.
To the direwolf. So as they kind of swarm these rabid squirrels swarm it, you get to actually see how big it actually is.
Yeah, it does. Sorry, I'm just real quick. It does take half of the poison damage, so it takes 4 piercing and 8 poison.
Oh,
Ooh.
dang. Okay. 8 poison damage, you said.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I'm really
Dang.
upset about how little, like what a small percentage of this direwolf is covered by my swarm of squirrels.
Yeah.
It's way bigger than I realized
It's
without a.
huge. As they swarm it and try
Yeah.
to bite through its thick layers of fur. It even seems, it itself seems rabid in certain ways. Almost as it possessed in a certain way. You know what I mean? Like it's got an unnatural presence, unlike the two smaller wolves, which seem to answer to it as, of course, they're like alpha.
Sure.
Well, Max, well done. It is wolf. This here wolf's closest to all of you. It is gonna have to attack the squirrels because Well, that's what it's gonna do. So it's gonna come over here and I guess it's gonna chomp down on this horde of squirrels. Actually, I take that back. He's gonna. I bet you I can move him. And can I move Cujo here?
I'm trying to figure out how to move Cujo, but if you can do it, move him over.
I got you.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
They're like swarming his ankles.
Yeah.
Here
we go. You work on that. I'll put a few more Cujo down.
There we go. They step in to try to get you off the feet of this.
Wow. I like how they all have the poison tipped tails.
Yeah.
That's also excellent.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
Awesome.
It's gonna try. I guess it's gonna try to bite because that's what it does.
Yeah.
It's just a basic creature here. So it's gonna roll for its attack on the squirrels, rolling a 14.
A 14 just hits the the legion of rabid squirrels.
He chomps down in for full damage. Yes.
Whoa.
10 points, 2 fours.
Nice.
As it kind of chomps one squirrel and slings it as it smashes against a tree, and then another one flings out into the woods. It is rabidly like chomp, 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 trying to get them off. Ooh.
Max turns to the party and is like, "It's okay. They were rabid. They weren't going to live long anyway." I'm like 90% sure that they aren't rabid because of the magic. I've never really quite sorted that part out. I think I call already rabid ones to.
He yeets those squirrels right
The
off
wolf
of his
is
friend.
eating. Incredible. Incredible.
All right. That is all this wolf can do because it's just a wolf. A book that puts you in the mix.
Book. All right. Book's gonna open up this spell book that she got from her former owner. She's gonna turn to a page that says damage on it. She sees at the top it says Chaos Bolt. She's like, that doesn't sound right. But right underneath it, it says Frenzied Bolt. And she's gonna go ahead and direct a bolt of rainbow colors towards the dire wolf. Let's see if she hits. And what's my modifier? Here we go.
Oh, the wolf keeps
Boom.
wanting to do something. Stop it, wolf. Wait your turn.
That is a 20 to hit.
Max is over there trolling. A 20 is a definite hit on all of the wolves, technically, so whichever one you're aiming for.
All right, so the dire wolf, and now I determine the damage by rolling on the damage table. So that's a D10. Give me 1 second. There's going to be a lot of random rolls through
That's all right.
a lot of this. That is 7, so that is poison damage.
7 points of poison damage. It kind of arcs as the poison begins to seep in.
Excellent.
Maybe it's rabies poison. We're
Yeah,
just really
maybe.
hitting them with the rabies poison.
It's just constantly rabies. Oops, all rabies. All right. That's 7 points of damage.
So 7 points. Another 7.
Yes, and if my attack roll was odd, the roll itself, not the adjusted result. What the hell does that mean?
In case it was
You rolled
like
a
halved.
14, so it was.
Oh, okay, it was even. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Okay.
So it doesn't bounce to any person. All right, and that's the end of my turn.
He kind of growls as he's got squirrels all over it. Now it's being poisoned. Crowley, you're up.
Crowley is going to just go straight for the big old dire wolf.
Yes.
There is something hilarious about the way Crowley just sort of lightly bounced his way to the dire wolf.
Through the entire party to get there.
Honestly, I think Crowley is confident enough, especially with the recent battle against the champion, that
yes.
he's just like, yeah, whatever. So he's going to attack recklessly.
Oh.
So that's advantage on the first attack.
You missed being a barbarian so much.
I really did.
I know.
Yeah.
27 for sure.
Right. And then, so that's that first attack. So let's roll damage on that. Just see how that
I'll
goes.
just do it as this happens.
You know.
It's fine.
13 points of damage.
Okay. Woo!
And then he's going to hit him again with his battle axe.
No.
Does a
Battle
12
axe.
hit?
A 12 does not hit.
So then he's just gonna roar in his face.
Oh!
Roar!
It tries to roar back, but a squirrel catches its like open jaw and like and now he's kind of trying to fight. It doesn't. It's not very intimidating. It's not at all.
I love that.
This wolf, wolf number 2 over here, he too has to attack the squirrel, so he's gonna make and break and start attacking them as well. I think that's the best thing that he can do. I think that's the only thing he can do. Is bite. So he's gonna give it a whirl. Rabid squirrels for the win.
Oh.
Oh my.
Oh, a
yeah,
22.
22's
He's
gonna-
very angry
Oh,
wolf.
heavens.
He's a very angry wolf.
His instincts are telling him to go after. Man, those damage rolls.
Dang, an 8 on the... Not quite as much as last time, but it does manage to get 1 or 2 and do the same thing. It yeets them out into
It
the
yeets
forest,
'em.
adding
I love it.
chaotic
Yeet.
squirrels to this woods.
That is officially half of the swarm that has
Oh,
been taken out.
okay.
Now,
Oh,
the
no.
Legion.
Okay. Well, you know what that means.
Well.
I'm gonna delete them. Bye.
No,
Yeet.
my children.
Delete them via yeet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, eat it.
Yep.
Just for the sake of the picture, I'm gonna move him. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm OCD like that. Okay.
Yeah.
It now becomes Ursa's turn. Did I miss anybody? Except for,
think so.
of course, our last. It's gonna be
Vern, who is-
Vern,
Oh,
unfortunately.
just you
underneath
wait.
his
Just you
who
wait.
is like very distraught. Very distraught. I mean, Ursa is also a bear folk, right? They don't pull a weapon. The only thing he has in his hands is this like large bag of stuff. You don't actually you have no idea what's in the bag he consistently carries. But he like rushes in. He's gonna actually try to take out one of these smaller. He sees Crowley's got this big dire wolf under control. But I'm going to attack this guy here. So Crowley, give us all you got. Give us what you got. He's going to claw attack this critter. He kind of reaches out with one open paw for a 19. That's a hit.
Yeah.
That makes me feel good. Nicely done there.
Well done.
Well done, NPC. For 7 points on this this very angry like little wolf here. I will put his damage in. That would be what did he take? What did I say? Oh no. He
It was
rolled
7
11.
plus
Knocks
Yeah.
him out. Rips out
Yeah.
the wolf's throat. That was it. That's all of it. Goes down to 0, y'all. The
Thank
wolf
you
kind of
for saving my squirrels.
as this wolf becomes basically obsolete, he dies. I shall make him go away. Yeah, woohoo! She lets out. Ursa lets out a bit more of a like roar. Then it's not quite as fierce as Crowley, but like you know, it's he's got to. He's a bear too, you know. I'm a bear. And that moves us to the big wolf's turn, the dire wolf's turn. It does, in fact, have to attack the squirrels based on the spell.
Well, it's welcome to have disadvantage if it attacks someone else, but
It would actually,
Interesting.
it would attack normally to Crowley because of the reckless attack.
that's true.
Okay, so I imagine since you growled right in his face,
Yeah.
right in his face, he is actually going to try to bite attack you. Now, on an attack roll, he gains advantage. He gets a creature
Yes.
if at least one of the wolf's allies is within 5 feet of the creature.
Oh.
So this is part of his pack tactic mentality. So he is going to gain advantage on this.
But
Or-
it'll cancel because of the squirrels, right?
Right, but he also gets advantage because
Oh.
so he still gets his advantage. It's like double advantage, one
Oh.
disadvantage. So
Yeah.
he
He
does.
would normally, but
Uh-oh.
Book is gonna go ahead and use her. What's her ability? I think it's called Luck Stealer ability.
Oh!
And she's gonna take away that advantage roll.
No!
And,
Well-
yeah, let me read the ability. When a creature I can see within 60 feet is about to make an attack with advantage, use a reaction, expend a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
And it takes a penalty to its roll. It can still roll with advantage, but it takes a penalty. Give me 1 second while I roll that.
This poor wolf has so much going on with it.
Yeah,
right
he's
now.
like, I just was trying to eat
say,
a
we-
reindeer, man.
Yeah.
All right,
was
so
just
it
having a
has
meal.
-3 to its roll.
Okay, -3 to its roll.
Yeah, but
Okay,
it still has
well,
advantage.
good and bad news is that
Uh-oh.
it attacks, but it is actually a dex save on the part of Crowley.
Oh.
Okay.
As long as you make it.
Please.
He opens
You're a
his
barbarian.
jaws, and you think he's going to, like, let out a roar at you or some kind of howl, but instead he breathes cold breath air. Like a winter wind coming down from the mountains. And it will freeze you. Crowley, a 15 is the save, so you only take half the damage.
And I'm resistant to cold because I'm a bear.
Nice. So I imagine then you take... Resistant means you take still
half.
half. So we'll half the 18 to a 9, and we'll half the 9 to 4 points.
4 points of damage.
Oh, yes. Clearly you are the right one to be fighting this
Yeah,
wolf.
this
Yes.
wolf, like, is almost surprised that it doesn't even affect your bear-like stature. Just a couple icicles hanging on your fur coat.
Aw,
Crowley
cute.
just like brushes off the icicles and goes, "That felt good."
The wolf kind
yeah.
of begins to panic now. It's
Breathe.
full-on panic mode.
At the end of the round, because of Luck Stealer was used, a Chaos Magic Surge occurs.
Oh my god.
Okay, I do need
Ooh.
you to roll a D100. In the dice roller, you can
Yeah.
type D100. It's a custom
Yep.
dice set, okay? And we'll see
Oh,
what
boy.
happens. Oh, no.
A 4?
4?
How did you get a 4?
I did roll a D100.
Y'all.
Oh,
The
boy.
target of your spell or ability is also targeted by an enlarged spell. If your spell or ability
Oh,
has
come
no
on.
target, the
Oh,
enlarged spell
no.
affects you. So this
Oh
is
my
too
god.
Oh, come on.
This
Oh
is
my
too
gosh.
perfect. Okay,
Wait.
this dire wolf lets out this cold
Amazing.
air. Crowley shakes it off like a summer breeze. And chaos magic spills out, a reaction to this chaos spell. And it whoop, 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 whoop,
Oh no.
Yeah.
and enlarges it to twice its size. It looks as surprised as all of you are.
The squirrels are like dropping off of it
Yeah,
as its
They
mass
can't even get
expands.
through its poor. Bring us home, Vern.
Oh
for
god.
the
no,
round.
please.
God, the
Amazing.
emotional journey that he's taken in the past 5 seconds, basically. He was super thankful for all of his friends for literally taking the initiative to attack this thing that is attacking his reindeer's brother. He turns to tell his own reindeer, Dasher, keep hidden in the trees, don't go any further. And so he turns over there. Wait, why is my screen not? Yes, dirt over there. And then he turns back to ready a longbow attack towards the wolf, and the wolf has now grown.
Yeah, it's much
twice
bigger.
its size. So he like wants to vomit basically because that's terrifying. And he will shoot but he gets he gets his sneak because
Mhm.
I have an ally right there.
Correct.
So we're gonna go for a hit. This is 20.
He can't even get out now. He's stuck.
Yeah, he's
I
just
did kind of wonder, like, is he stuck back there now?
a 16 hit.
That does hit.
Wonderful. So that's a D8 plus that plus 1, 2, 3 D6. Here we
Nice.
go.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
man.
Could be better.
Those
Vern
rolls
with
are
the
terrible.
13. What's it look like as you barrel down?
Well,
barrel down.
Well, he would have, if I could climb up onto this rock, I would, just to give it a little bit of a vantage point.
Sure.
But he's aiming specifically for the eyes. The eyes are creeping him out, so he is going to aim for the right eye specifically.
Okay, yeah. You hit his right eye. He lets out a massive as you see blood kind of splatter across the white snow, adding to the gruesome scene behind him. He seems very injured. Very injured.
Good.
But also very big.
He just wanted, and also very big. He woke up twice the size he was yesterday. And it was already pretty big to begin with, but it wraps back around, and Max, you are the top of the initiative.
Wow. Okay. Well, the squirrels are having a blast, but I guess I need to take my own turn first. So I yeet. I saw it. I love it. So I will. I guess I'll cast. Oh, I can't. That's another concentration spell. Yeah, I'll just. I'll cast. I'll take my staff, and I will, enchant, and I will cast Shillelagh on it.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna run up.
I love when the druids are like, take that!
Yeah, from from as far as this staff will allow me, just like poke at the little one.
The small wolf. The small wolf. All right,
yeah.
You make a shillelagh
my squirrels
attack,
have got the big one, and clearly so does Vern. So that's fine. All right, let's see. This is at a plus that. All right, so that is a 15 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, and that is, what's my modifier? 4. Okay. That is 9 bludgeoning damage.
You do just a little more than you think. It goes
Yeah.
down quite a lot. There we go. That's what I wanted. It also lets out a yelp. You actually break one of its legs with this thrust forward. It's not really your thrust as much as the shillelagh, the magic on the end of the staff that makes it that much more powerful. And it kind of falls to the ground, and the mass of the half of the squirrels that are left kind of yelping, unable to actually move. It seems to be bleeding out.
Oh, sorry. And then the squirrels, they're on the direwolf, so I guess they're going after the direwolf.
Okay.
6, add, roll for a
Hey,
20.
that'll do.
Three to
Very
hit.
nice.
He may be big, but he is not invincible. That is a hit.
He's got to make another Constitution saving throw.
Okay. He's gonna make a con save. That is not affected by his enlargement. Rolled a 19.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so he'll take 2 piercing and then half of this poison again. 2 piercing and a total of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 5 poison.
Okay, another 5 poison, bringing him. He is kind of hobbling now. You can see he's got that KO stance where he's swaying just a little bit. He doesn't look like he's doing very, very well. He takes another 5, so that puts me at math. Got it. The wolves are not looking so good. And unfortunately, they can't really flee now. So the first wolf, he long gone. So that he can't flee. Book, it is your turn.
Book. Book is gonna go ahead and she's going to go back to damage spells. She's gonna go to a section that says catnips, and she's like, that's weird. And she says eldritch, and she's like, that's not a word. And she takes out a pen and she edits it. Now it says eldritch blast. And she's gonna go ahead and take out a flagon. And she, in her outstretched hands, takes the energy, and she's gonna go ahead and shoot an eldritch blast at this wolf. Let's see if she hits.
Want to know who at Kobold Press designed the eldritch blast?
Was it? Are you hitting the big one?
Yeah, the big one. That's 20 to hit.
20 hits.
All right. 2d8. And this is... Ooh, what type of damage is this? That's a good... Ooh! It might be resistant or immune. It's cold damage.
Oh, you just hit it in the face with cold brew. I imagine it is probably at least resistant, so it'll only take half the damage.
All right, 5 points of damage, round down, so 2 points of damage.
2 points of damage. You kind of coughs a little bit, as I guess dogs do.
Wait, I'm sorry. I have to stop us because we did not adequately appreciate your cold brew joke, which was chef's. I don't
it was
do
great.
puns, and
Yeah.
that was excellent.
I love cold brew action. And it's just like, and in the freeze as the ale hits its fur, it freezes over, making little ale icicles. Though it does seem that it, in its enlarged state and with its fur, it is resisting some of what you're putting down.
And then it also makes a con save or be poisoned.
Oh, dang it. Now it's going to be
hungover,
drunk?
really.
Yep, it's going to be drunk.
It's incredible.
Oh my
I
gosh.
was drunk. It's got rabies.
Okay, it's a 19. It did
Yes.
it did succeed at its con save.
It's not an inebriated wolf.
It is not. Who knows? Maybe it's actually had alcohol before and you don't know it.
Yep.
That's right.
There's a lot of
Quite a
honeymead floating
tolerance.
around these parts.
As a bonus action, Book is going to give Crowley a bardic inspiration.
Smart, because Crowley, it is your turn. You feel inspired watching this beer drench
And
this wolf.
is it a D6 or a D8?
A D8 at this
A
level.
D8. And I can add that to attack rolls, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, swipey with the big old battle axe.
Yes.
That,
Oh, I love it. Your little song. Sing that
Yeah.
song. That will hit. A 25 will definitely hit.
definitely hit. And that is going to be.
Don't have much to go. You might actually get him.
13 points of damage.
Y'all. It all but goes down. It has a single eye open. Literally 1 point of HP
Well,
left.
Crowley is not going to stand for that.
Well, Crowley, tell us how you... What did you roll?
Well,
A 13 meets it. It meets.
it
It
means
meets. It meets
Yes.
it. It meets it. So go ahead and tell us how you finish off this great white wolf.
So the first hit just catches the wolf across the muzzle and knocks him down. And Crowley's just gonna very, very carefully with his battle axe just slice through his jugular,
Oh.
The head.
opening up the throat.
Perfect. The head turns into basically a Pez dispenser. And the ground around, under both the massive weight of this creature, which is now enlarged, kind of sinks into the snow, pooling in its own blood. There is only a single wolf left. I don't have a way to make it, like, dead, so I'm just going to make it a secret for a second. And we're down to a single wolf, technically not out of initiative. And it is his turn. He is incapacitated because his leg's broken. So, I don't know that he can go anywhere. All he can do is attack these damn squirrels. So it's going to. It's gonna try to take a bite out of these squirrels. In its last moments, it just wants a squirrel friend. It rolled a measly 8. Does that hit your squirrels?
No, it does
No,
not.
it does not. It nips, but can't really get anywhere. It's its back leg is so injured. It hobbles, and well, that's its turn.
I do have to say Max is very sad about this, but I'm pretty sure the squirrels think it's hilarious and taunt.
Oh, for sure. Ursa actually is like done with this. He actually says, "I'm done with this," and walks over and takes this bag of whatever heavy, maybe it's gold or you have no idea, whatever's in this sack, and just brings it
Pennies.
down. Pennies on the top of this wolf's skull. He's going to make a. This isn't really technically either of these attacks. It's not technically a bite attack, but it does use a strength modifier, so we'll roll with what we got. A 12 will hit. Only needed an 11.
Great.
Hot dog.
Bye, doggy.
Bye.
Bye.
All I need is like 2 hit points. Come on. Great. And you hear this heavy bag thud into its skull as the wolf arfs and hits the ground, not moving. We are officially out of combat, and you all stand as the bodies of these wolves. Eventually, the enlarged spell reduces the white wolf back down to a regular large creature. And you can see the remains of all the many reindeer that have been consumed. Probably 2 here are the missing. The 2 of them that they, maybe 3. You don't know how many nights they've raided that farm or raided that stall. But what's left of them is evident. You have potentially stopped it, but it is Crowley who looks at this like large white wolf, and he says, "That's not normal. Not normal."
Well, no, I would say it isn't.
Well,
Can I do any? I mean, is there any?
Yeah, you could roll a nature check if you'd like.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do I have any sort of instinct about this? Just
yeah,
I mean, I
it
can feel
definitely.
it's
He's
wrong,
right.
but-
This is not a natural creature in certain ways, but what
Mm,
exactly? You've never seen a wolf this large. You've definitely not ever seen one
Right.
that's like completely white. So yeah, roll a nature check and let's see if you.
All right, we'll see how we do. It's a
Okay.
12.
A 12. You're
I
not-
have proficiency in nature. Can I roll?
Oh
again?
yeah, for sure. And you know what? You're
There you
from
go.
the Northlands, so if you want, or you have
Oh,
bear
there you
folk in the
go.
Northlands, you could also take an advantage on the roll.
Nice.
So first roll's a 9 with the
I
advantage.
steal your advantage.
I think that was both of them, right?
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
apparently
Oh, no.
Crowley is just
It's a
he's
wolf.
just
to you.
basking in the blood of this dire wolf.
Amazing.
I would say with the 12, this creature, like I said, possessed is a tough word because it does not like something was like living inside of it. It wasn't a vessel necessarily,
Right.
But it seemed hell bent on purpose. And usually wolf packs stick with their own kind. Wolves of this size may
Right.
come deep from, say, the Trollkin area. It may come deep from the area of the Giants, which is way farther north than you currently are. Makes sense,
Oh.
maybe, but you can't quite figure out, like, why this one seems so obscure. I'm actually going to have our dear Ursa make a roll as well.
Sure.
They're a ranger build.
In the meantime, I think Max just sort of says, something must have pushed him south. He shouldn't be here. He shouldn't have been here.
Okay. Ursa goes, "Yes, far too far south for this kind of creature. I only have seen them once before.
Where was that?
They protect an area deep in the forest north of Trollkin. It's said they protect the cave of Fenrir."
Oh.
Mm.
Now,
Ah.
I know that that Fenrir has something to do with Ragnarok, but does Max?
That's a good question. A religion check. When he says Fenrir,
Ooh.
I would take a history check. That's also like lore based, or a religion check from anybody, because he says that out loud for you all to hear.
Oh,
Oh.
I have no modifiers, but I got a 19.
Beautiful. Okay, was that a religion check?
Sure. Their history and religion are the same.
Oh, the
so.
same. Crowley, did you also make a religion history check?
It's the same for me too.
Okay, great. Both of you, definitely Max, recognize Fenrir is a legend, a myth, right? Which is said to be this great giant dog that is the spawn of Loki himself, used for war. I'd say, Crowley, you probably know that too.
Mm-hmm.
Max with the 19, you didn't know Fenrir was actually real. He's kind of an
Right.
icon of the wolf type, but not actually. Like, some people are like, wow, he's as big as Fenrir. No, he's not.
Right, right.
Nothing. You're right. He's a massive hound. At a 19, I would say that maybe it's your druid ways that nature creates all kinds of things. Some things out of chaos. You just witnessed this wolf grow in size, for Pete's sake.
Yeah.
So what's to say that Fenrir isn't actually real?
Ooh.
And more than likely, if that's the case, and what our dear Ursa is saying is true, that they protect the cave of Fenrir, Loki may have sent them here. Specifically to be in this place. It sent it here to collect wolves.
Interesting.
So Loki's kid lives up north, and these are his babysitters, and now they're here, and that's probably not good. So I think this was the right thing.
Does that mean there's some giant, bigger wolf running around out there?
Yes, and we shouldn't go look for him.
Oh, okay.
No, Fenrir is trapped long trapped. Fenrir does not walk.
Oh.
Oh, well, that's good. Yeah. All right,
But,
great.
but Fenrir is Loki's son, child, spawn, so he wouldn't be on our side, would he?
No.
Daddy
No.
issues.
Yeah, well, who doesn't?
Fenrir is said
Not me. I love my father. I'm sorry, that was terrible.
Fenrir, he goes, Fenrir, this is Dog of War. Second phase of Fimbulwinter
Oh.
Oh,
is war.
Hmm.
that's bad.
But this is good because we stopped
We
this.
killed at least one of them.
There's
right,
no
and-
telling how
and-
many more.
Well, okay. Look, Ursa.
Yeah,
I am realist.
I mean,
I like
Book's
you,
gonna
Ursa.
look
I
at
do.
Vern at this point. Maybe we could use Dasher as bait. No? Yes?
I don't-
Would-
I think I
mean.
have to grab Book and be like, Bug!
Ursa goes, these kinds of wolves, white wolf, used to guard, protect Fenrir. Not let people in, except for Loki. You don't think he's going to release Fenrir?
Certainly sounds like it.
Oh, it's not good.
No.
So, Ursa, do you have... I mean, what are you more concerned about? Getting to the ritual and asking the Oracle the question? Or
Oh.
is this a more pressing matter?
Oh, this is tough. That's so tough. Well,
Such a
I
spry
cannot
giant
stop
bear.
Loki if he try.
Sure, that's a good point. I don't think we could either.
He reaches in, like, kind of pops this bag open that he carries around and, like, digs inside, almost like like a Mary Poppins bag, far too deep, and pulls out a map and
Ooh.
sprawls it open. It is a map of the Northlands, a hand-drawn map of the Northlands. Nope, that's not what I want. Midgard Map. That way we can all see what you see. I'm gonna link y'all, just so that you have this. I'm gonna put this in our Zoom chat, y'all.
Okay.
That way you can kind of see if you want to follow along. 'Cause
Oh,
I know
yes.
At the moment you can't.
Yes.
So, north of the Nieder Straits, of course, is where we're at. You're headed south from Wolfheim to Reaver's Cave. But he says it is north of Trollheim where they keep Fenrir locked away. And he kind of opens it and he kind of looks. He goes, okay, if I were to release Fenrir, where would I go? And he points near an area off of these mountains at the top, these reaching mountains. And he kind of plots some stuff, and he drags his finger kind of straight down the eastern side of the Northlands. Vargreich. Bjornreich. He's going to attack bearfolk.
How do you know that?
I don't. But
Oh.
for whatever reason, he is interested in our protective honey. It seems he has plans.
Well, and we know he's already getting at least some supply of it.
But
But
why?
I can't imagine the people of Bjornreich are giving it to him willingly.
No. Bearfolk must be warned. Vargreich must be warned. If Loki wants to release Fenrir, there may be nothing we can do.
Well, I mean, we can go on to the Oracle if you want to go back to Bjornheim.
Oh, I must too find passage, I guess. No, we must forward. He says, no, forward we must go.
All right.
We
We
have
stopped
to.
Fimbulwinter.
Yes.
Well,
Stop Loki.
I hate to like stop this passage, but I found this bag. Is this anything? No.
Oh,
All right, we can
Didn't
go.
you have that bag?
Nope, I found it up here.
Oh, is there anything in it? Yeah, you can actually, if you want to scrimmage open, you're welcome to.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. You kind of pry it open. It seems like the bag is like a traveler's bag. It's like an adventurer's bag. What every new adventurer carries with them. It's got the basics in it. This was definitely taken off of a humanoid, or some kind of human-like creature because they were maybe traveling through this area. The question is, there doesn't seem to be a body of a person, just their stuff.
So Book's gonna take the bag to Vern and is gonna say, Vern, I don't think we need to pay back the reindeer owner. I think
Vern legitimately does not know what to say to that.
What, reindeer owner?
well, I don't think there's an ID in here, but we found footsteps following the bloody carcasses of reindeer from the reindeer owner's house. And, well, I mean, 2 and 2, right?
Poor
Make it
reindeer
dead
owner.
person.
Yes. Well, this cannot stop us, even though they tried. Says it
Yeah,
seems
well-
strange. They are very far south. I wonder if they tried to stop us from going to Reaver's Cove.
Perhaps because otherwise, why would they be here if Fenrir is in Bjornreich? This isn't the way. I mean, I suppose if we were to go overland to Bjornreich from here, but
I don't know either. Maybe Reaver's Cove will have clues.
Let's go. I'll hold on to this
maybe
bag
so.
to honor.
yeah, to
Let's-
honor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ursa goes back to path.
All right, back to path.
Back to path,
Headed
please.
south.
Headed south.
Headed
Got it.
south.
Ooh, look at these bushes. Oh, never mind.
Come on, book. Come on.
Some book. There's
Oh
more
yes,
blood.
we're following back the path that we once took.
Oh, right, all the bloodstains.
Yep.
Anybody
Yep.
want to? What's everybody's perception like?
Max has a good
My
perception.
passive is pretty,
Not
It's
very
pretty
good.
high. It's like
17.
17, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
You
mine's 17, yeah.
immediately smell a fire nearby, like somebody cooking. As if there's like somebody around. Yeah. Ursa goes,
Oh.
"You smell that?"
I do. I do not care about it, but yes, I do have sensors built in to detect
smell
olfactory stimuli. Yeah.
He goes, "Look, person, dwarf."
Oh, well,
Oh.
that's better than another wolf.
Yeah.
Who is this? And Max immediately goes to the donkey.
Oh, please.
This woman who's kind of chomping away at this stump, as if to maybe continue to feed her fire. You can tell that there is she's been here for a bit. Just even if you have a high perception by her smell, she's been out here for a few days. And she kind of throws her hands up and she says, "Trust me, you're not going to want to be here. The wolves. Go while you can."
Crowley's gonna pull out his bloody axe and say, "Wolves are dead. You're safe."
You killed them.
Yeah.
All of them, the
Thought
big one too?
It was even bigger. But yes.
Oh, you big burly friend. And this woman, Ragna, runs over and kind of tosses tiny dwarf hands around your big body and hugs you with just such loving admiration. And Ragna says, "I've been out here for days. I came hunting. They've been eating me reindeer."
Oh.
Like that one. Wait a second, that's me reindeer.
Oh.
Oh, your reindeer?
Guess he's not dead.
Goes, "Well, I guess you can have him. He is my best reindeer. For killing the wolves and all. I was hunting them. They've kept me here. Circle me at night. Make sure I can't leave. As if they don't
There's
want
so-
me to go farther south."
So intelligent of these wolves. Oh.
Well, the two small ones aren't so smart. They feed like predators. The other one, the big one, you can see it in his eyes.
Interesting.
Wait,
All right.
there's another donkey. Oh, Max turned into
Oh.
Where did they come from?
That's why Max has not been participating in this conversation, because Max has turned into a donkey
That's
and is
just
staring
our
at
friend.
the other donkey
That's-
in the
that's-
face.
That's what he
that.
does. Yeah. Yep.
Thank you
Yeah,
all
he tends to
so
do that.
much. I can go home now.
Yes.
Are you sure you don't want your reindeer back?
No, I've already lost a few, but with this weather as it is, I can't even breed them. They only breed in spring. We haven't had one in 3 years.
Well, I'll take good care of him for you.
Good. He might like a good going out. He's the runt of the litter and all. Nobody ever chooses him for the sleighs. Sometimes his nose even glows red. Strange thing it is.
Book starts panicking a little.
Aw.
Yeah.
And he goes, Fern will go up to, now I guess Rudolph, or the reindeer, and just say, now whenever you want, you can show us your nose whenever you want. No pressure, just whenever you feel comfortable.
He was defective, I thought he was, but you know. I ride a donkey. I don't trust the reindeer. I wonder if I could actually make it glow.
I'm trying to.
Oh, I like that solution, Robert. That's very
There you
funny.
go, perfect. So
Oh.
perfect.
Wait. Sorry. Wait. There you go. There. Oh.
There it is.
She goes, look, it must be happy. It only does that when it gets happy. Yes, you take that one. I'm gonna go to town and tell everyone. Something strange
About
is
the
going
glowing
on
nose?
here.
No, I'm sorry, I'm a donkey.
Yeah, she goes, everybody in town already knows about the glowing nose. They pick on me. They call him Rue.
Oh, that's so
It's a
sad.
good, strong name.
Rue, a strong name. That's what I said. They think it's funny.
Wild.
Oh my god.
She goes, I must go with me donkey.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. Which donkey?
Wait,
now?
which one?
Wait, yeah.
They look so much alike.
Max!
Uh,
Stop
Wait,
being a
except
dog.
this one's got gears for eyes.
Oh, yep.
there it is. There it
Yep.
is. Yeah, we really don't actually
That
look
one's
so
ours.
alike.
This donkey seems defective. I'll take mine and ride home. Be careful now.
Oh,
It's
I wanna
it's
kick
it's
him.
okay,
I'm not going
Max.
to,
No,
but I want
no.
to.
It's okay.
And you see her once again say, thank you so much. And she kind of begins to ride off on the back of this. She doesn't even pack up camp. She leaves it all. She's been here for many, many days. And you're all kind of left standing at the spot. You can tell she's been here for a while too, because it's trotted out, right? The space, there's a lot of foot. But you can definitely tell from even tracks in the snow where the wolves come nightly or daily to assure that she didn't get to leave this spot. They seemed hell bent on not allowing anybody further south.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Hey, I found the sleeping bag. Let's go.
Charlie's would like to put out the fire
Okay. I wonder if I can.
as a, he's a bear folk. He's like, that's not safe, even with the weather the way it is.
I did at least take the fire out. It's not illuminating anymore. But yes,
Nice.
Crowley, you're
Yes.
able to kind of put the fire. You kind of stomp it out, so that nothing is left but a pile of wood. And the campsite seems pretty, I guess, secure. Not a whole lot was left. She did take her pack, I guess, but not like anything extra.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh wait, perfect. I got this. I can do this. Look at this. All that's left is a burnt out piece of wood.
Oh, that's
there you
what I
go.
picked up. Whoop.
All right. Ursa says, says we must go now.
Yes.
All right.
Charlie's
let's
already
go.
walking.
Seems
Agreed.
so strange. Wolves keep us from Reaver's den.
I see travel to Weaver's. Cool.
And you kind of travel through a series of stone passageways, as if it's kind of rocky here. I wouldn't call it mountainous necessarily, but the dwarves have come through with pickaxes and taken small veins of the stone away to create paths all the way down. And as you get close, you can hear the sound of water. But here it's rather dark because this is a cove. It's almost inset at the end of the island. Oh, the donkey. Right. I was like, why is the donkey here? Duh. And as you as you kind of walk in immediately, you see kind of a rickety set of docks and more of this kind of stone that hides leftover cargo that has come through. A lot of this seems to be honey at first sight. Maybe a plan to come back for more, or a storage place of safekeeping.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I have all the lanterns.
More light.
More light.
It is, of course, Ursa that says, "Look, boat."
A boat. It says the ship on the side of it. It says vibes. Should we go on it?
But the vibe ship goes, "It seems there is only one ship. You should take it."
Oh, I mean, yeah. Vern, can we leave 3 gold again? I'm sure this boat costs 3 gold.
Why would we leave it? There's no one here.
Well, I mean, it feels like stealing otherwise.
Ursa
We've
goes,
stolen so many things, and now you're trying to get moral?
Oh, I guess that's fair. All right.
Does anybody
Oh
want
my
to
God.
search crates or any of the stuff that's left behind?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Um,
for sure.
Yeah, Crowley wants to check these jars, make sure that's the same honey that
Oh yeah.
that the Coingrog brothers were.
Okay.
Good point.
having.
Yeah. Go ahead. We'll get a general investigation check from everyone. But the taste of the honey is honey from Bjornreich. This all seems to be the honeycombs that have come through.
Crowley's really into the honey.
Yeah, it's good. You forget
Okay.
how good
Yes.
honey from Bjornreich actually
My
is.
God, we all did.
This
Oh,
honey.
okay.
Honey's so
Vern
good.
did okay. The
We
rest
all
of
did.
us did terrible.
Terrible.
Of course,
Yep.
it's Vern. You look in the most unlikely of places. You're really good at that, finding the things nobody else does. And you find a vial, this one right here, of yellow potion.
Ooh.
It seems the color of honey, maybe a little darker, as if it has been processed in some way. It has a very ripe smell to it, and you can see on the inside, it's letting off, like, with the cork, it's like letting off fumes. There's like a smoky essence to the top of it, as if you released it, it would...
Does anyone want to give this a little taste test, or shall I?
I'll do it.
You want to taste test it?
I want to just like the tiniest little drop.
Okay. Yeah. The moment you pop the cork, the kind of built-up chemical reaction that was happening on the inside, like whoosh, out of it, and flutters kind of away into the air. The first thing you notice is that it doesn't dissipate. It stays on the air the way pollen might, or something of a denser quality than like a heavy gas. And it smells of chemicals, not sweet like honey. But when you dip your finger in and you give it a taste, it kind of has a sweetness to it, but it definitely has been chemically altered. But you do not feel any kind of... Actually, you know what? That's not true. Roll a Constitution check.
Constitution. A check or a save? Check.
Let's do a save. I'll give you a save on this one, in case you have proficiency.
Oh no. There we go.
What could possibly have elicited that response?
Oh, a
from
10.
you?
A 10. You actually do begin to kind of sneeze, as if somebody rubbed a flower that you might be allergic to, or kind of pollen, away from you. Nothing bad happens. You don't, like, pass out or anything. You just kind of get, like, a sneezing fit. That is all you manage to, like, deduce from a taste test. An Arcana check on this might reveal additional information. If anybody has alchemist tools, that could reveal some additional information. I'd let you like make it with the proficiency bonus.
If it's
Yeah,
not
12.
I've got herbalism, but if it's not natural,
Ooh.
It is though. It's made of the honey.
Book is
Oh,
actually
right,
proficient
right.
with alchemy's kit, which I assume is alchemy's tool.
Yeah. So you just make you would make that roll with the proficiency bonus of using the alchemy kit.
Great.
Oh no!
oh, Max don't know shit.
I mean, you don't really have taste buds.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
You're like,
I
I
don't-
don't know. It's
This is food. This is food stuff.
a consumable.
This is on you all.
Yeah.
I don't. This is not. Is it oil? No. Okay. Let me
Anybody
know
else
when you're done.
Want to make? Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, book. You used your alchemist tools?
Yes.
Yeah. You break out a kit. It's kind of almost like a small suitcase or like a little box, like the way we might imagine like those cheesy makeup boxes you get when you're like 13.
Uh-huh.
And you like break it open and it's got all these tiny things, a little Bunsen burner, all of the stuff. And you basically reverse alter and try to figure out what this is. At an 18, it takes you about 10 minutes. You can tell Ursa's beginning to get a little nervous and starts looking around. This is, at its core, the honey, but it is reversed altered. It is meant to kill bees.
Oh.
It is like a,
Wow.
it's a weapon. It's basically reverse weaponized the honey to kill bees.
All right. Well, Book will explain that and say, Ursa, I mean, I assume if this honey kills the bees, that's bad for Bjornheim?
Can't kill
Max?
the bees.
Max immediately gasps, though he doesn't need to breathe, and launches into a fully planned lecture on the importance of bees in any given ecosystem and how quickly colony collapse can really just completely mess up the entire biome. Food chains fall up, just on and on and on.
Yeah. Ursa is like white noise now, right? In one ear. As you're lecturing, he goes, "Is this possible? They can just kill all the bees."
Max, can you turn yourself into a bee and see what happens?
Max looks really sad. He's
You
like,
can't.
No, I can't because I can't do anything with the fly speed.
Oh, you can't.
So I literally can't. And now I'm convinced that a bee might be my true organic form.
You question whether or not you'll ever really make it in this world. Ursa goes, This is the plan. He's going to kill the bees and set Fenrir on Bjornreich.
Yeah.
If there is no shield, there's nothing protecting the bearfolk. I must.
Crowley turns.
He turns to Crowley as if like, brother,
I
help
feel
me.
like we both turn to each other at the same time, and Crowley's like, "You must go.
I must
You
go.
have to protect."
Yes, you take this boat. Go. See the oracle. I trust you. Ask good question if she chooses you.
Yes.
We must know if this is really Fimbulwinter.
Yes.
I
Good ship.
will go back to town and find my small bear friend. He will ferry me to Bjornreich.
Safe travels.
Safe travels, bear brethren. And friends. Winks to the rest of you. And he says, whatever you do, trust no one. Loki wears many faces. And he kind of begins to run in this. You've never seen Ursa run. But as Ursa begins to run, there's kind of a stomp, 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 stomp through the snow as he begins to run all the way back to Wolfheim to catch a different boat and get to Bjornreich to let them know about the oncoming attack.
That is why we must go to Bjornreich to save the bee. Where did Ursa go?
Max, stop your yammering. We must go talk to the oracle.
But the bee. All right.
Ursa's taking care of it.
All right.
Well, let's take the good ship vibes.
Come
Yes,
on.
we're gonna take the good ship vibes. It does. Written on the side says vibes, though it's written in like a blood red paint, so it drips. It doesn't look like good vibes, if it means anything.
No.
When you arrive on board, it is a rather large vessel. This is not a vessel that's meant to be manned by a few. Actually, I'm gonna do that thing.
Wow.
I turned the volume down. Oh, I did. Good. Look at me go.
Huge vessel.
Look at you go.
But
There's a lot
what you find most interesting is everything has kind of been left as if something happened. They were here and then they weren't. Blood stains on certain areas of the deck. There must have been a combat here.
Bigger on the inside.
Yes.
or the outside.
They only have one boat model. What do you want from me? But it does seem from your investigation to be entirely empty. Oh, Book grabbed the captain's hat.
Oh,
Boy, no, absolutely no, no.
I found the hat.
No.
It says captain across it, smeared in blood.
Oh my god, no. Where is he? Where is he?
I'm right here.
Here.
Where's she?
Give it to me.
Yeah,
Where's she?
There's this bloody hat. Somebody is gonna have to man this vessel. It looks like it's gonna be the four of you. I'm gonna need a series
wow.
of checks.
Oh no.
This is terrible.
Have any of you ever piloted a boat before?
What's the boat?
Absolutely
Oh,
not.
heavens no.
Probably not.
Okay.
Furfolk like
You've
the
at least
woods.
you came to the Northlands on a boat. You crossed the Neither
Sure.
Strait, so maybe you've at least been on a boat. So I would like to know from each of you what you think your character would be best at to make this ship function.
Oh my god. Okay, well,
Oh.
Max is gonna keep an eye on the winds and the weather. That
Great.
feels like a druidy thing.
That is a druidy thing. Maybe you even lick your finger, which is ridiculous because you have no feeling. But you can even test it in the wind if you wanted to. The thing that you notice about this winter, and that you know about Fimbulwinter, is that the winds blow from all sides. It makes travel almost nigh impossible because the wind doesn't blow from a single direction. So you can use your basically druid abilities to help kind of shape the wind or push the wind in certain ways to try to
love
keep
that.
your sails in place. So I will give you a nature roll. I will give you, does that work? Okay, a nature roll, say for,
Sure.
I'll give you advantage on this because you're playing into your strengths.
Great. Nature or
Survival?
Survival.
Yeah,
Great, love
survival's
that.
great, yeah. You're like,
Love a
hey,
wisdom
we are not
skill.
going anywhere if the winds are just swinging in all directions, you know? Hey, beautiful.
Hey, 22 will do.
Yeah, maybe it's your mechanical lungs. Who knows? But you are able
There
to
you go.
push a nice gust of wind against the kind of pummeling from a 360 side on the sails. And it begins to kind of push this boat forward out of the cove. What about everybody else?
Right.
I think Vern would be in charge of manning the rigging and other things. He's very
Nice.
acrobatic. So I think that he
Yes.
can swing from rope to rope if need be, from sail to
Perfect.
sail,
I
etc.
love that. Yeah, you may not know which ropes need to be pulled, but you'll figure it out. And not all
No,
of the
someone
sails
else will
are
direct
down.
him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Go ahead and roll an acrobatics check, also with advantage.
That's the max roll, correct? We can do that.
Yes, I believe it's a max roll, and then it rolls it twice or gives you the higher number. Oh, it's
Are you kidding me?
That can't be your better roll.
That can't be the better roll, unless I
Roll
rolled
two nat ones. I would roll again.
Yeah, that
Okay.
seems.
There's
not
no
right.
way
Did
that
you
that
put
was-
2 dice in? Because you do have to click D20 twice.
No.
Okay, so yeah,
Okay,
definitely
that's
roll
why.
again.
there
There
you
we go. So
Okay, there we go.
we'll take the 18 and the 7 and the 6 makes it a 24. With a 24, absolutely. You start climbing these rigs. You go up all the way to the crow's nest. You can actually kind of see out of the cove now and kind of see what rocks may be coming. And as you swing from one to another, you begin releasing sails, even if it's accidentally. And Crowley's wind begins to catch the open sails, pushing the boat forward ever more. Crowley is very strong. Would you like to take the wheel?
Sure.
It will be a strength check. I love that you have a dagger.
I picked it up and
Just
walking around with
rolling
it.
around with a
Nervous
dagger.
now.
You kind of go up to the helm and you see this big wheel, which to Crowley is average size, and it's kind of spinning and going on its own with the gust of wind Crowley's putting behind it, and you have to grab and catch it, begin to steer this massive vessel out of this tiny cove. I will take a strength or an athletics check
Okay. I'm
with
gonna do
advantage.
athletics. With advantage.
because
okay,
you're strong.
Yes.
And this is
Strong.
a human-sized wheel. You are not human.
Yeah. And I have powerful build, so I count as one size larger while carrying, pushing, dragging, or lifting.
Oh, okay. So make it with advantage though. Because basically, it's going to be hard for you to... Yeah, oh yeah, no problem. Big bear paw loops up underneath the wheel as it's kind of spinning, and you catch it solidly. The boat almost jerks a little bit as it reconnects itself, and you use those big, strong bear muscles to put the boat back on course. And what about our dear book?
So not being super familiar with ships myself in real life, is there any necessary position? Otherwise, I have like a zillion joke positions. So
Well, there's
You?
always a
Really?
there's always a lookout position. Somebody needs to be able to like see,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
you could always take the crow's nest is definitely an option.
how cute this is. This is perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Great, I love it. Hang on, let me see if I can get you in. I want to get you in
Where did
frame.
you go?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Perfect. It is not a crow. It is a raven folk, but
That's right.
good enough. What do your raven folk eyes see? I'm gonna have you make a perception check at advantage, unless you think you have a better skill.
Interesting.
A nature check to like avoid or to like figure out the waves. A survival check could also be made.
Can I lie to my friends about what I know? Perception is fine.
What?
Remember, you will make it with advantage. You will make it with
Yes.
advantage.
Perception's fine. We'll go with that.
Yeah. What do your Raven eyes see. Don't you get like a bonus for being a raven folk to your vision or something like that?
If so, I
you
now
do.
look that. So that's a 17. Let me check really quickly.
Oh, that's pretty good. A 17 is not bad.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything for that necessarily affects my
Okay.
vision from my ray space.
Yeah, a 17. As it kind of the boat creaks and ekes through this tiny narrow entryway into this cove, you actually get to see out, and there's a rock formation that is deep set under the water that without your wonderfully rolled 17 you would have missed, and you're able to call it out so that Crowley can avoid it just in time.
And we're traveling the Neater Straits?
That's a great question. You're going to be coming out of Reaver's Cove at the bottom of the Wolfheim Peninsula, and you are going to be following the Neater Straits west, all the way to a place called Stannisgard.
Got it.
That is where you are headed. That is where the city, one of the larger cities of the dwarves, is located. That is not what I wanted to do. And there we go. That's what I wanted to do. This feast hall, this well-known feast hall, you'll be pulling into the docks at Stannisgard.
So every day, Book's gonna lead the crew in a rousing rendition of "In the Neater Straits, you can sail the 7 straits in the Neater Straits."
Yes.
All right, that's pretty
Good
good.
lord.
Okay, we'll give you that.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I was gonna measure it to see how many. Usually there's like wait, is it? No.
I'm not allowed to sing more, right? We're on
You
Twitter.
can, you can.
Although parody lyrics, I think, are okay.
Parody is considered fair use, so parody away. And we get
Alright,
30
well-
seconds, also fair use
That's true.
for educational purposes. Fair use. We're teaching. Yeah, we're
the
teaching
youth
people things.
about-
The youth's about sailing.
Yep, that's definitely what that song is about. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
As you hit the open ocean, it takes each of you, to make this work. This vessel really is meant to be manned by like 6 or 7 people at minimum, and there's only 4 of you. But there's plenty of food on board. There's plenty of booze on board. In addition, you maybe find below deck while you're sailing, because it's going to take you about 2 days. You will make it just in time for the feast. And as you sail, it is rigorous, treacherous waters. And to your surprise, there are very few boats on the Neater Straits right now. The weather is not suited for travel. And without the help of your druid, you wouldn't even have the winds to get where you need to go. But you pull into the docks at Stannisgard. This is definitely a dwarven city built into the rock side of this kind of rocky peninsula here. It's beautiful. And as you pull up, you can see that the longhouse in the middle of town is gathering people. The feast has already begun. Music is playing. And you're able to actually leave the boat. I believe if you come over here to this ladder, I'm going to say that. It should link you. Yes, perfect, to the longhouse. So we're going to go, we'll just travel everyone. Perfect. I guess I will. Yeah, okay. This is, you are one of the only few people, the lot of you in town, that are not dwarves. And once again, much like entering the Eula's Den, all eyes turn to you as you enter this place, which is full of quite a lot of merriment and mirth. Music plays, food is just abounding on a massive table that stretches the entire length of this longhouse. A series of goblins work with a dwarvish woman behind the kind of counter to continue cooking and making the food. Chatter abounds. People are laughing and celebrating. A keg goblin sits up near the front, and your eyes go all the way down the end of the longhouse to the very, very end, where you cannot miss her, the Oracle. She stands next to a large fire. Offerings have been placed at her feet. People continue to place valuables down, lit candles, make prayers, pray that she will choose them. But it does not seem yet that it is quite the right time. But as you enter, all eyes turn to you. And a gentleman named Omar, kind of older dwarf, stands at the front. He sees you all, and he kind of reads the room and sees that people are a bit disturbed by your presence. This is usually a dwarven event. And he says, "Listen! Outsiders are welcome here. It is the Oracle who chooses who is worthy of a question. Be kind to them. And continue eating, and fill your evening with merriment. And he looks at all of you and gestures with his hand like, who are you? Come here. He seems to maybe be the head honcho here in town. And as the four of you cross, as everybody looks and whispers to speak to him, we will find out what he has to say next week.
Ooh.
Next week
All right.
on Fimbulwinter. We'll switch back over to show our beautiful faces. There's our faces. We are going to call it a little bit of a short episode tonight. We are out there at PAX U doing our things, coming to you from the past, but you've kind of started putting the pieces together. You've at least figured out one of Loki's plans. Ursa may, in fact, drop the message in time to help protect the bear folk, but something else is going on, and the Oracle may have all the answers. Let's go around. Y'all tell everybody where you're at, what you're up to when you're not here with us on Wednesday evenings. Only for one more week, though, because next week is our finale of Fimbulwinter. So, one of the things that I absolutely love to do in outros, of course, tell us who you are, where we can find you, but give us a star and a wish, a star moment and a little wish maybe for next week. And we'll go, let's see, backwards this time, starting with you, Alex. I see the look on your face.
Yeah, I'm like star and a wish.
Clearly
Okay,
prepared.
great. Let's start with the basics. My name's Alex. I am playing Vern on this show. However, I play Flick on The Last Refuge. I am also the social media manager for the show. You can find us. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at @Templeward, ATEMPLEWARD. And you can find our show, The Last Refuge, a D&D podcast, on many forms of social media, including Twitter and Instagram at D Last Refuge. We also have a Patreon, patreon.com/DND Last Refuge. Yeah, a star and a wish. Clarify a star for me.
A star is like, I usually say a moment you loved that somebody else brought to the table, other than yourself.
Oh,
like a star moment on the screen.
Right, a star moment on the screen. Does it have to be from this session, or can it be from any session? Anything? Whatever the possum, Robert. Whatever that were possum. Whatever that. That's
Yes.
great. That's good.
It was so memorable, you don't even remember.
Like now I have to write a whole thing about a were-possum. I feel like we need
A were-possum. And then a wish. I don't necessarily know what I wish from this oracle, but I have a feeling we're about to get some really cool things and answers from this oracle next session.
Yeah,
so I think
she's
that
got
my
some
wish
vibes.
is, the good vibes from the oracle, I think is what I wish for.
Cool. All right, pick somebody else.
Lydia.
You're gonna pick me. All right. So I'm Lydia, and I'm playing Crowley today, the bear folk. And I normally play Bizdira on D&D Last Refuge. And you can find me on Twitter at Vistra Pipsweek. Star moments. I cannot get enough of Max turning into everything.
I literally surprised me when he turned into the donkey. I was like, there are two donkeys here.
I saw, like, I didn't see him actually change, but I looked over at one point and I was like, there's two donkeys. Oh, right, Max. Yeah.
Right.
So that just makes me incredibly, it's wonderful.
It's
and
so funny.
His tangent on bees, like, yeah, I get it.
I get it.
There's our educational piece. This is an educational stream. You learned all about bees tonight.
Right. And then as far as the wish, I don't know. Like, I mean, barbarian, I just want to fight everything. But yeah, I hope we're able to get to ask the oracle question, and I hope we get to stop Fimbulwinter and stop Loki and Fenrir. And I want to win the game.
I want to win. D&D, please.
I want to win D&D, preferably with my fists and my battle axe.
I feel like we can arrange that. We'll arrange that. We'll make that happen.
Yeah, right.
Nice.
Yeah, that's me. And Robert.
Hi, everyone. My name is Robert Huff. You can find me on the internet at Huff Robert on Twitter. I think I'm something else on Twitch. I think I'm Robert Huff or R Huff.
I think you're R Hub on Twitch.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know why you would look for me on Twitch, to be honest. Anyways. Eugenio and
You're
Alex will
currently
handle
streaming on Twitch.
Oh, we are.
Who needs that Twitch anyways?
Sorry,
Bitch.
sorry.
Oh, can't.
Anyways, let's do star moment. I really enjoy, I enjoy two things, but I'll pick one. I really enjoy Vern's genuine enthusiasm for reindeer that keeps coming back because I thought it was going to be a one-off comment, and no, it's now a key factor to your character. And I love the fact that we got a reindeer. I think that's beautiful. And then a wish. I mean, as someone who thinks about how stories can sometimes be chaotic, I would love it if, for example, Loki was the Oracle and just like shitting with us. I think that would be hilarious. But in general, I think I would love to have a Loki interaction in our final session. That would be my wish, because I feel like that can only be humorous, funny, and all kinds of shenanigans.
You have a lot of
I was gonna say,
confidence
you
in our
love
ability to be anywhere
chaos.
near. Yeah.
Chaos reigns supreme. What about you?
Chaos monkey.
All right, and Eugenio, round this up.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm Eugenio. I'm DM Jazzy Hands. You can follow me here on Twitch because I do stream, and on Twitter at DM Jazzy Hands. I am the DM and producer of The Last Refuge. We just today, on the day of this stream, released our season 8 finale episode for Last Refuge.
Nice.
As of our recording of this session, I have about 15 minutes of audio left to edit, but
So
by
close.
Wednesday it'll be out.
Nice.
So close.
It's all very exciting. We're having a great time. Now is a great time to catch up on the podcast because we're taking a bit of a hiatus until January from releasing new episodes. So you can get caught up as we start our sort of denouement to the end of that campaign.
Nice.
In terms of this weekend, though, Robert and Alex and I will all be at PAX repping The Last Refuge. So let us know if you're going to be there. Come find us. We'll have postcards of some awesome fan art that folks have done for the show.
Oh, cool.
And we made into postcards. So if you find us, we will hopefully have those around to give to you. I'm doing a panel with Dot on Sunday. I got a couple of other panels. I'm the co-DM for the season finale of Rivals of Waterdeep this Friday in the main theater at 8 o'clock. So come watch me be on the other side of the DM screen and play some D&D with the Rivals of Waterdeep.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll be all over the place.
Cool.
Wishes and stars.
Yeah.
My star has to be cold brew. I know I've already said it, but like I'm still thinking about it, and that was very funny.
I'm glad you found it
And
funny.
I think
I
it
thought
was
it landed
funny.
like a dud because y'all were like,
No. I think that's why I liked it so much, because I was like, did no one else hear that beautiful punnage?
Yeah, I don't think I heard it when it initially came out, so I'm glad
I
you
treated
stopped
it so
It was when you
serious.
did Eldritch Blast and
Yeah,
you did cold damage, it was like
Yeah.
cold brew.
and
I
you
was
were like, here,
that's
have some brew to the face. I was like, cold brew to the face.
very funny. My wish, I think, is that Max has seen new creatures to turn into, but but none of them have taught him something new about his organic self.
Oh, yes.
I don't know what it would take, but there you go. So I think my wish is that Max finds something that falls within the auspices of his wild shape ability that either teaches him something about his organic self or maybe begins to
His journey.
help him to accept
Yeah.
his mechanical self. I don't know which. That sounds way more serious than I think this particular character device is, to be very clear.
I would like a full character
Yep.
arc from start to finish, please.
One
Yeah,
episode
right,
to
exactly
do it. Let's do
Yes,
it.
start. Nice. And gang, I am Little Red Dot, your resident Kobold here on this Twitch channel. I too will be at PAX, so make sure to drop by the Kobold press booth, come wave and say hi. Please wear your mask so we are all safe. Other than that, we do have some panels. They're going to be streaming to the PAX, PAX 2, number 2 stage throughout the weekend. We've got one on Friday, which is Tabletop Freelancing 101. That is 2:30 to 3:30. Saturday is TikTok and Instagram for TTRPGs. That is going to be 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. That sounds right. That sounds right.
Sounds
Go check the
right.
website.
I'm not doing that one, but that sounds
I was
right.
about to say, I think that's right. And in addition, you can catch our final one, which is the Sunday panel. That one is all about world building for your tabletop games. That one, Eugenio is going to be in, and a few other really awesome people. That will be Sunday, 1 to 2 p.m. All of these will be broadcast, so if you're not able to make PAX U, don't fret. You can still check it out, see the awesome panelists, and hear what they have to say. I think it's going to be just a really incredible, lineup, if I do say so myself. Yeah, we'll be back one more next week as we wrap this up and see if any of these stars and wishes come to pass. My star, I have a couple stars. This crew is morbid in the, nicest kind of way.
Yeah. Yep.
I am drawn to the interrogation of the Coingrog brothers, or
Yep.
the maiming of the Great Warrior. These things really interest me very deeply. The stealing of a reindeer. The moral line is very, very odd, though they continue to want to do the right thing. And I think that's just a giant star for this group as a whole. I have to say a
Sounds
giant
right.
star for the group as a whole. I'm not going to make a wish because I know what's coming. At least I think I know what's coming. Which we'll have to find out more about next week.
That's not a challenge, Robert.
So make sure to tune in. And if you like some of the things you saw tonight, a lot of this is coming out of a few books, but we had our Vault of Magic items come out, which we may get to see and use next week. And the Chaos Magic table that was rolled on comes out of our dear Deep Magic. And so do a lot of the spells like Eldritch Blast, and some other things. So you can get your hands on those grubby little Kobold books right over on their Kobold Press store. I'm going to give it a round of applause for tonight. Nicely done, everybody. Nicely done. We're going to wrap. If we see you at PAX, great. If we don't, well, hey, we'll see you back here. Same Kobold time, same Kobold channel next week for more Fimbulwinter. Bye, everybody.